And this came up to getting the MINISFORUM BD895i. Now, there's a couple other options. This is the most expensive one, all right? The reason is that I'm not planning to upgrade later down the line. I'm trying to make a super machine out of a small, compact space. Now, one of the great things about it is that I found different options that you can actually do for a Steam machine a lot better. The only reason I did this is because this is an ITX motherboard with the built-in actual CPU installed. And not only that, it's the only motherboard that I found that everything's included, including the 16X slot for your GPU card. And now I do want to go into the AI programming, making agents, and this is a great machine to start with. It's not equal as a Mac M4, but it's getting there. You know, sooner or later somebody's going to catch up, maybe next year or so. But there's different versions of this out there, all right? And this is the most expensive one out there. I end up getting this one because there's a lot of upgrades that we can do. Now, it's bare bones, all right? It doesn't come with memory or drives at all, all right? It's missing two M.2s and everything else and no memory. And it does use this laptop memory. This uses the SODIMM DDR5 and up to 5200 hertz, right? That's how much you can go, a maximum of 96 gigs. It's a dual, so that means having two different one of each of the same version can make it a lot better. But unfortunately, memory is really expensive right now. I was able to actually buy one of the memories that we're going to actually set this up for. Now, the PCIe 6 5.0 16 extension slot, triple screens you could set up on here. I'm going to go over a couple of details on these things. To begin, this is 170 millimeters by 170 meters, really small. Fits in any case chassis that has the ITX setup, so the screws are actually lined up for that. Now this one has a CPU of AMD Ryzen 9, and it's 8945HX. They also put an S in there. I'm not quite sure what's the slot for. It's more like AI. They have AI built-in system. Now they do have a couple of things that we're going to talk about. It has two M.2 slots in here. All right, this is a 4.4 by 4 slots, up to 7,000 megabytes per second in transfer. Like I said, the DDR5, it's only laptop memory, right? Because it's cheaper than actually a whole stick of actual memory. Now, if you're able to find this, there's a couple of things that, like I said, bare bones. No drives and also no Wi-Fi card. Now there is a slot right here in the between the two actual setups. It's a slot for your Wi-Fi card. That means you can upgrade to any versions of the Wi-Fi that's available. It's a laptop Wi-Fi that you're able to buy pretty much anywhere in the market. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the actual details, what's included on the actual connections. All right, you got an RJ45 connection, 2.5 gigs on this one. It's not the 10 gig transfer. Type A 2.0 on this one. Now you do get 3.2 of new USBs in here, right? So 3.2 is not that bad. Also included HDMI and a display port, and then you get a Type C, and this is a 3.2 on the Type C, all right? So just to be aware. And of course you get an actual reset button in here. So power motherboard goes in here, and then you actually plug in the CPU on this slot right here. Now you do get 3 fans. You get 1, 2, and 3, and then you get the front panel connection, and then you get the 3.2 USB right here connection. Now there is no Type C connection, so if you have that extra connection, it's not going to be able to connect anywhere else. They do make converters for it, but you're not going to get the same speeds. Now, like I said, this is a dual chip that you need to have to get the right speeds, but you can still run it with one CPU, one actually memory stick. And that's what we're going to do. We only have one memory stick. And also there's nothing in the back that you can show you. It does have an actual battery. So one of the most important things, if you ever lock yourself off from your BIOS, reset it, just remove the battery and reconnect it, and that's pretty much it. Everything's locked down in there. So this is removable in case you ever want to upgrade to actually a water cooling system, but as it is, we're going to keep it with minimal specs, and we are going to set up a fan. There is a couple spacers that they have for fan setups. All right. All right, at the moment, we're going to bypass the wireless. We're going to skip the wireless setup. All right, I don't have a Wi-Fi card. It hasn't arrived. I ordered one. M.2 first, all right? I'm going to set that up. How to come back right now? I just lost this little plastic thing. It took me a while to find it. So what I did, just popped it up from the front, but I'm not quite sure how this thing's supposed to come. I don't want to lose it again. I'm not sure how it's supposed to pop out. I think it's supposed to be a twist version, and you push it down, but I don't see anything that does that. So at the moment, I'm not quite sure how this thing's supposed to pop out. I think it's supposed to release, but I don't want to break it. So we're just going to mount it in there as is. And then we're going to mount it. We're going to pop it in place too. So we're going to try to see if we could do this. And at the same time, put this in here because it's just a clip and I don't want to damage it. So I am going to go to the furthest one because I do plan to maybe down the line add another one. And just pop it in place. So the way I did, I'm not quite sure on this thing how it pops out. So I just ended up pushing it from the back. It's just a pop in, and that's it. So it just to clip it and it pushes back, and that's it. So it works. I got it working. If you guys have that, if you guys know how to set this up, let me know. So we have that in place. No NIC card right now. We're gonna start with the memory. That's because this is almost like worth as gold. All right, now let's find out which slot it needs to be on because normally it would tell you A and B and 1 and 2, but at this point I see J1 locked in place and that's it. So we got that in there, if you guys can see. So we got the M.2, we got the 32 gigs. Not quite sure if that's the first slide. It doesn't give you a description A or B. Normally it's the second one, but because there's only 2 stems, it should be able to pick up. Now we're going to mount this into the actual, before we do that, let's mount the rest of the stuff in here. Okay. Now, if you guys can see, the faceplate has the 2 little screws in here and it gives you the description and everything. We're going to leave some of it empty, which is the wireless that we're not going to install. So now we got that part. Now we're going to install the actual fans. And this fans, there's not that many instructions. I mean, I'm not surprised that this thing didn't come out with good instructions at all on how to set up a fan, but I noticed on the pictures and was able to get a little documentation on how to set this up. So it does stick out on one end and it's going to stick on this side to cool out M.2. I'm sorry. So we lined it up. This one. So they don't give you they don't mess with you. They're cutting corners here. Normally people used to give an extra screw. Not no more. Even screws are expensive, I guess. They're cutting corners on everything. I remember one time that they used to have a whole package of screws, extra screws, just because. And I still have a lot of screws left over from God knows what systems I've built. But this is pretty much the entire build right now. And we're ready to, without the NIC card, the NIC card will be in there. We're going to save that for another time. They give us screws for the fan. We are going to set up a fan in here. And I'm thinking about maybe a smaller fan. Maybe I got 2 different fans. So let's go ahead and bring it up. You know, when I first got this motherboard, it said it was going to be able to take on pretty much any fan, but in reality, no, you can't. This is a larger fan. I forgot I think the 200. This is the regular 120, I believe. Yeah. And this is from a system that we had. So we're going to make sure that we connect to the right side. All right. Now, I'm not sure if it's this way or this way. To be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to have to test it out. And if it's the wrong way, we just turn it around because this is an old version that doesn't have the arrows. And sometimes the internal is pushing out, but let me fix this right because sometimes these fans have a description of where they're blowing. And so many years I've been doing this and I still don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I still don't know. So we're going to re-clean this stuff and get it ready for the actual case itself. All right, this is the temporary case we got for the ITX motherboard and which is the whole system itself. We got it here, and this is a CoolMaster, and this is a version 2. I'm going to put the description here. So we're going to put this in here, line it up properly. All right, that took a while. I actually had to open this part of it up and able to push it in through there. Now it rests right here, but I don't see anything. I wonder, they gave me this block. I'm not quite sure what this block is for, to be honest with you. There it is. So we only need one that has 8 pins. And I think I'm gonna we need this one. This is a CPU one. Now we're gonna put it over here so I can view it and make sure they lined up. No cable management now. We're gonna do it later, but we're gonna see, make sure that the fan does not hit card. Going in there. All right, now we're gonna turn it up and we're gonna find out if this thing works. I'm gonna go into Windows first, install Windows and get everything running, then the drivers, and then come back and show you guys online to see how it looks. All right. All right, I spent probably a couple hours running this thing and it's been trying to boot up. It doesn't boot up at all. I reset the BIOS again. I switched out the memory. I had to do dim, the SODIMM. So this is 16 gigs. It picked up perfect. The secondary M.2 is not working. I had a lot of issues. I was kind of hoping for the best for this thing to work, but I can't get it to work. Still not properly working right now. I've been trying for a couple hours already. It does work properly, boot up properly into the actual BIOS, but I cannot get past the BIOS, which is crazy enough where I'm stuck on the BIOS. Okay, so I ended up moving the NVMe on the top. For some reason, they want to pick up on the bottom, so we're going to try that one right now. Round 2. If not, we're going to try a different NVMe. Might be faulty or something's wrong with it, but we'll find out right now. Right, there it is. It came up. For some reason, it didn't want to come up on the second slot, but we got it working. Maybe it's only different speeds, probably. That's why. And right now, we're going to install the Windows 11 here. And so I'm going to let this run for another hour, see if it comes up. Look at that. Please wait. Now, this is new. This is new. So wait a minute. We might hit a wall, something. We might have reboot something, but right now we don't have anything on it. It's not running. The speed is supposed to boot up fast. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We're going to keep trying even after we do the BIOS and come back to it. But if you guys are looking for something, you might have issues just like I do. Don't hesitate too long. Look at this. Look at the bar in the bottom. There it is. Finally, look. There's a lag to it, if you guys can see it. And the bar in the bottom doesn't even come out. So something is definitely wrong. And let's go see. Let's go into Control Alt Delete, so we can see the sequence task manager, just to make sure that everything's properly running. Even the task manager is just unbelievably slow. This is a 16 gigs I just put in, right? So it shouldn't even be running like that. 16 gigs. When I tried the 32, it was a little bit better, but it could be a memory leak on the system. It could be a bunch of different things, but this tells me it's a hardware issue. All right. So just in case you guys look at this, I'm frozen. I'm brand new Windows installation, nothing on it. I had to do the default for it. Look, even if I right click on it, look at that. Even that takes forever. It's just something, and I'm gonna see if the right memories are picking up. Of course, it's a slower memory. I can understand that, but it's 16 gigs. I mean, even your laptop is running better than this. So Control Alt Delete. Task Manager is not coming up at all. And if I go in here, say here, no, device it looks like it's picking up slowly. But we're gonna install the new BIOS just in case I do have to run the BIOS. So we're gonna install the new BIOS if it lets me even get that far. Right now, it's just extremely slow. Well, I was kind of hoping to get this beautiful system running, but afraid I'm not gonna buy another one. You know, it just kind of bought me off after this one didn't want to run. But I really like it. I really like the whole setup, and especially when I'm using cheaper memory that I currently have. Now I have to spend more money to buy the more expensive one. So one of the things I like about this motherboard that everything's built in, but when something fails, there's nothing you can do. You can't even take out the CPU, GPU, I mean the CPU, and install another motherboard, because this is the issue that these things have. So if you guys are going to buy some like that, make sure you test everything out prior to even returning it, because if you run into issues like I have and you're down the line, you can't return it. It's only been a couple of days since I got it, so it's going back to the where I originally bought it, which I bought it through Amazon because they have a great return policy. Now this thing, it works in other YouTubers, other people that review this, works flawlessly. It looks like it could be a replacement, but I'm just gonna wait maybe for the Intel version and buy the next version of it. But I wish the form factor would have been working great, all built into the system. I love that it has a GPU built into it, CPU. I would love to test that gaming out, but unfortunately, with the way it's doing it right now, I'm not gonna get anywhere near the speeds I want. It's because it is a hardware issue. I tried I test everything out. This is brand new. That's brand new. I mean, the motherboard, it's the only thing that's not new. I mean,